Well, Jenna Stevens, you are the franchise owner of Burn Boot Camp Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking your time to be here today and for sharing your story. Tell
Thank,
us a little bit about yourself.
thank you for having me. Yes, I'm the franchise partner here at Burn Boot Camp Las Vegas. We were the first location here in Nevada, and I didn't start as the franchise owner. I was the head trainer here. The owner lived across the country in North Carolina, and anyone that's a business owner knows that's a hard feat to be states and states away from your business. And so, over the course of a couple years, she decided to sell it, and I took over ownership and been here since day one.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about your history. You are originally from
I'm from San Diego, California, and I moved here to Las Vegas in 2015, and then we opened this gym in 2018.
awesome. And you have a history in health and fitness. You were a gymnast in your elementary
Yeah, so
days.
I started out as a gymnast as age 5, and my parents' theory as parents was you need to be in some type of sport. It could be anything that we were interested in. It just had to be something. And I chose gymnastics. And then throughout high school, I transferred to running, cross country, and track. And then after school's over, sports are over, you have to find your own adult sport. And I just took on weightlifting in the gym, trying to get as strong as I could, which led me, of course, into personal training and group training.
Since becoming a personal trainer, how long have you been doing that?
So I started as an intern in college in 2008, and that really started my first job as a personal trainer. And then I've done it ever since. So we're looking at 16 years.
Wow, that's amazing. What is the most fulfilling thing for you when you are training and helping people in their fitness journey?
I think when somebody does something they didn't think they could do,
Yeah.
and they try it, whether it's, an athletic movement or they just pick up that heavier weight and try it and they really surprise themselves.
Well, because I have been a member of the Burn Boot Camp community, specifically this one of the things I noticed when I first came was the community of people.
Hmm.
Tell us about the community of Burn Boot Camp Las Vegas.
I mean, I can tell people over and over it's unlike any community I've ever been a part of myself. It's just so special. Now, this gym started out as women only, and then husbands, boyfriends, brothers realized, hey, this place is really cool. So it became a family fitness journey. And just the way people inspire someone next to them in camp, the way husbands encourage their wife to work out together and be partners, and just that community aspect of people always lifting each other up
Yeah.
is it's unexplainable until you've experienced it here on the floating floor.
Absolutely, and I have for myself. So I know that I've seen you on social media working with other companies and doing community outreach type of things. What are some of the things that you guys are doing?
We love giving back to the community here, and because we have such a strong community inside this gym, we have so much impact to give back. And coming up in April, we every year we do the MDA fundraiser for muscular dystrophy, and year after year we aim to raise $3,000 each gym. So every gym, Burn Boot Camp will do it, and the goal is to send as many kids with muscular dystrophy to summer camp because they want to do things that other kids get to do, like zip lining and
Wow.
going in a pool and things that we take for granted that if they're wheelchair bound, they can't easily do. So we love to raise money for that every year. That's our biggest community give back.
So for people who are watching this interview who are not an active member of Burn Boot Camp, if they wanted to help contribute to this cause, what's a way that they could do that?
That's a great question. So every year, our social media will output links directly that you can donate to. But that day in April, it'll be April 20th, we were going to provide family camps. So families with their kids can come in and work out for 45 minutes with a $10 donation. Or we've had people just come in and just drop money in the jar and just say, I just wanted to donate and leave. And so there's lots of different ways that people can give back and participate.
Very cool. I love that. You have become the franchise partner. How has your life changed since transitioning from just the head trainer to now ownership?
I mean, when people talk about work-life balance, it became a whole different level of trying to navigate. Um, my weakest link is I'm a people pleaser, and now taking on the role of leading my employees, but also my members, and then, of course, my family. I got spread thin really fast, and it really just taught me that being a business owner is harder than it looks, but relying on help and accepting the help from my members. My members want to stay and clean up after the day is over, and people want to help and take Easton out for the day and watch him, and just, I think, learning to accept help and learning that I cannot do it all
Yeah.
has been the biggest, I think, lesson.
Wow. If you had any advice to give other women out there, whether it's, seasoned women or young women, young ladies coming up, what would your advice be to them?
That they can do it all. We can do it all. We can have a full-time job, go back to school, get that degree, have kids, be an awesome wife, and give back to your community. I think we don't have to do it all, but if you have that ambition and you want to carry that weight, like, you can do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, because this platform is called Women of Strength, what does a woman of strength look like to you?
I think a woman of strength is someone that just, when things are tough, fixes her ponytail, ties her shoe tight, and just pushes through that mental weakness, that physical weakness, and gets to the next step.
I love that you say that because sometimes people there's a strong there's a difference between like physical strength and then there's like a mental and a spiritual strength.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have them both. I get inspired too when I see someone physically, like you were talking about, when they can grow themselves here on this gym floor and they can start off barely able to, lift their weights. And then over the course of time, then you see them getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's because every single day they were committed to working on it and
Mm-hmm.
uh, building themselves. And then all of a sudden they've gone through this transformation where it was this slow process. You don't see it every single day, but then you look back in the mirror after a certain time and you see this change, and it's a really cool thing.
And that ties into the emotional and the mental strength that women need
Yes.
outside of these doors.
Yes.
When they can do something hard in here, it empowers them to get through tough things outside of the gym.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The Mrs. Nevada America pageant has been around for a long time. Have you ever heard of this pageant?
I have.
Do you know anyone personally other than myself who's competed in it?
I don't, but I do follow a couple people that have participated, and I love watching it, and it is so inspiring and empowering to women and little girls.
Yes.
It's such a great way for them to give them someone to look up to.
Have you been through situations in your life where you had to like overcome your own self-doubt and fear and insecurity?
Absolutely. Very similar situation. I signed up to compete in Miss Bikini, and talk about getting on stage in a tiny bikini, clear heels, and a tan, and walking across in a certain way and
Yeah.
posing and getting your body to this particular image
Yes.
to represent that.
Yeah.
I mean, you work and you work and you eat exactly how your coach tells you, and then that day comes and you think, there's no way I can do this.
Yeah.
There's no way, I'm not ready. I missed one training day and I ate that M&M. I mean, it's just so much can go through your head.
Yeah.
But you have to remember to look back at the whole journey.
Yeah.
And it's just one day. Like, you worked so hard. Just walking across the stage, whether you win or you don't, is already winning.
Yes.
You signed up, you committed, you did it, and you finished.
I love
So,
that. Wow.
it was a great challenge, and it taught me willpower.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing is willpower.
Did you do something specific to help you in those moments when you felt like weakness come in?
I think I chose to invest in a coach and checking in with your coach and relying on them when you're having that breakdown of like, my body's not changing.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I'm tired. Um, this food, eating cold fish and asparagus is not delicious. I think just relying on a support system and
Yeah.
having a support system, whether that is your coach or your spouse or just the friends that are like believe in you and
Yeah.
push you to finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. In closing, is there any motto that you live by that you want to share with people?
Yes. And it's not one that I came up with. It comes from Burn Boot Camp, and it is to be strong because you never know who you're inspiring. And I think it ties into what you're committed to inspiring the next generation to sign up to, compete and give back to their community.
Jenna, thank you so much for taking time out of your life today to be here with us and for contributing to this Women of Strength platform. It means so much to me.
Well, thank you for having me and for thinking of me.
Thank you.